fulfillment of the various aspirations of the people in essence is the distinguishing feature of a good government. Political scientists describe the same as achievement of the greatest good of the greatest number. Then alone can it be described as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The problems of the people are numerous and their aspirations varied. It is only a government which understands these urges and responds effectively to meet these challenges that give rise to the unstinted support of the people. After all, it is public opinion that turns the wheels of democracy. So the need to understand people's aspirations and respond speedily to meet these challenges make the government earn the esteem of the people in the long run. The new government that came to power straight away plunged into action to fulfill these aspirations of the people. It has already a blueprint for various projects in varied areas that would go a long way to meet the long felt needs of the people. They have drawn detailed plans for redressal of long-standing grievances of the people and have already started work on many of them. Having outlined the challenging problems and graded them on a priority basis, the government has already begun tackling these issues in a determined manner. So the plans for achieving all-round progress to ensure the welfare and prosperity of the populace is already underway. The first priority is to concentrate on the problems of the poor and the needy sections of our society. This entails a determined attitude and calls for resolute steps. Emphasis has to be laid on major plans having in mind their long range schedules. It should be tackled on a war footing. The change over from an ad hoc approach to a dynamic and resolute work ethic in the execution of plans has electrified the entire atmosphere. Thus, the various problems, be they minor or big enough, are all to be attended to with the same spirit of dedication and urgency. The problem of maintenance of law and order or the mega plans for irrigation or electrical energy should receive equal amount of attention. This is the clue to the present policy where nothing is ignored and everything is earnestly pursued with an eye to get the maximum benefit to the people of the state. By encouraging the officers of proven merit and efficiency, the new government has already revolutionized the pace of work in all the sectors. The wheels of progress are gaining in speed and the pace is accelerated. There is already evidence of greater energy and speedy progress in plan implementation. The present government, in an attempt to weed out corruption at all levels, have strengthened the Lokayukta framework and have opened new branches of the same in different parts of the state. Even the detective squads are now headed by officers of the level of inspectors general of police. Another complaint of the people is with regard to red tape. At various stages are set up monitoring units which keep an eye on the movement of records, note down the time of the arrival and disposal of these files, and in cases of undue delay, take suitable action to activate the speed of disposal and even take corrective action at the desk level. This has already electrified the movement of files, and the feedback we get from the common people is heartening. The question has been a priority item for the government, and the progress in this area is discussed in the cabinet meetings and evaluated. The state has always been an exemplary one as regards communal amity. Still, there are some items when disturbances on a minor scale take place. Credit goes to the people of the state in recovering early from such situations and maintaining normalcy early. In the meanwhile, the government has enhanced the compensation amount to riot victims and disasters and has attended to renovation of places ravaged by natural calamities. Employment relief and pensions have also been provided liberally for some of these deserving cases. Most of our developmental plans and industrial progress are based on electricity. The government has given priority to this section. As there is greater demand for electrical energy, the government enlarged permission for private enterprise to participate in the establishment of thermal power stations and are inviting their cooperation. In the course of last 1 year, the government has succeeded in increasing the electrical production. The overall aim of the government is to achieve the greatest good of the greatest number, and various plans are being devised to create a better life for all the citizens and raise the standard of life of the common man. All these projects have the only aim of achieving the welfare of the community in every way. The government has faith that it would strain its every nerve to meet all challenges that might arise, and has confidence that people will not fail to recognize the dedication of a government. Dear sirs, we have pleasure in acknowledging the receipt of your letter of yesterday, together with check for rupees 1000 which we have placed to the credit of your account. We note that you have deducted two items from our statement of account, namely credit notes for rupees 10 and 25. You have overlooked the fact that these amounts were previously deducted from the payment you made to our sales manager Raman on 7th March. This leaves a balance of rupees 35 owing by you, and we shall be glad if you will kindly include that amount in your next remittance. It has been a matter of regret to us that during the past few years we have so often had to cut down the supplies of our goods to you and other friends in the trade who have been dealing with us for so many years. It therefore gives us much pleasure to tell you that we have been able to make a special arrangement during our next three quota periods for an increase of 10% in your normal supply of cigarettes. This increase is, of course, in addition to any of the increases we have been able to make in the past and will take effect from the beginning of our next quota period. The new increase has been made possible by the certainty that there will be a large number of holiday makers in your district this summer. You will realize that this increase is not nearly as much as we should like it to be, but we very much hope it will help you to meet the big demands that are sure to be made upon you during the coming season. You will remember that we advised you a few weeks ago that our calendars for the coming year were in course of preparation. In order that we may make final arrangements, we shall be glad if you will let us know within the next month or so the exact number that you may require. The calendar, we may say, is a most attractive and useful one indeed. Thanking you, yours faithfully.